Chapter 13, Ticket to Ride. Carlos had never thought of himself as much of a dancer, but during the celebration after Maleficent's defeat, when all of Ordon had danced on the school steps, he had really enjoyed shaking a leg with the group. Who knew he'd had it in him? He was enjoying dancing with Jane, who looked pretty with her hair back to its original color instead of that neat style instead of that long glossy mane Mal Spell had created. Carlos thought Jane's normal hair suited her better. Some people didn't really need makeovers, just more confidence. He was spinning her around, and when Jay tapped on his shoulder. I'm heading out, Jay said. I'm not feeling too well. What about you? Carlos was just about to say he felt great when he remembered the plan. Right, I'm not feeling well either. Sorry, Jane. He clutched his middle and pretended to double up in pain. Oh, she said, are you okay? I'm fine. I just think I should just have to lie down now, he said. Thanks for the dance. No, thank you, said Jane a little wistfully. Carlos crouch walked out of the ballroom with Jay, who also made a show of looking ill. When they were outside of the building, they straightened up and broke into a run toward the parking lot. They could still hear the music wafting from the dance as they made their way noiselessly across campus. They stopped uneasily when the ground rolled beneath them with a little tremor, but it faded and they kept going. Jay placed a chauffeur's cap on his head and Carlos stuck in a fake earpiece. Since they were already both wearing black suits, Evie decided that all they needed to complete the disguise as a driver and bodyguard to the royal princesses. Now all they could hope for was that no one who saw them would know that Aubrey and Lonnie were still at the dance. They found the limousine, which had the Ordon flags on each side of the hood. Jay removed the keys from his pockets and unlocked the car doors. He got in on the driver's side and Carlos climbed into the passenger seat. Bridge remote? Asked Jay. Check, said Carlos. Found it in the glove compartment. There was a rustle of skirts from behind them, and the girls appeared out of the darkness. Mal had spelled her hair so that from far away she and Evie really looked like Aubrey and Lonnie. Actually, the disguise was so good that Carlos almost had a little panic attack thinking the real princesses were heading their way. Mal opened the back door and climbed in. Hurry, she said. We need to get there before midnight. Your chariot awaits, my ladies, joked Jay, who revved up the engine. Jay, where did you learn to drive? Evie asked, peeking out from the partition that separated the front of the car from the back. Street rats, Jay cursed, hitting the steering wheel in frustration. I was hoping you'd forget that I don't technically know how. Oh, for first sake, said Carlos. Switch places. Carlos, you know how to drive? Asked Mal, impressed. How? I taught myself, Carlos said. My mom has a car, remember? She'd make me drive her to the Queen of Hearts salon all the time. He placed the chauffeur's cap on his head and handed Jay the earpiece. Thank goodness, said Evie. I don't think goodness had anything to do with it, actually, said Carlos with a smile. He eased the long car out of the parking lot. Hey, if there's candy back there, you guys have to share. Mal threw him a huge lollipop that bonked him on the head, and they were off.